Wie können wir uns sichere Räume vorstellen, die kollektives Wachstum und praktischen Widerstand gegen soziale und politische Repression fördern, insbesondere für die BIPOC-Community? Wenn ein Space kein Empowerment Space ist, dann ist es unsafe und von außen bestimmt.
Intersektionalität, Inklusion und Safer Spaces, Trendbegriffe bei Veranstaltungen, Organisationen und Community-Arbeit. Was heißt aber intersektional in der Praxis? Wieso herrscht in weiß dominierten Räumen das Bedürfnis, diese Räume als safe zu bezeichnen? Wie inklusiv sind im Endeffekt Veranstaltungen? Ist der Wille allein, einen Raum als safe zu beschreiben, ausreichend?
Mit diesen Fragen haben wir uns auseinandergesetzt und uns gefragt, wann ist ein Raum tatsächlich safe für unsere QTIBPOC-Communities? Welche Rahmenbedingungen müssen hierfür herrschen? Zunächst ist es wichtig, eher von Safer Spaces zu sprechen. Denn ganz und gar safe kann ein Raum nie für alle Beteiligten sein.
Ein zentraler Aspekt bei der Schaffung von Safer Spaces ist die Reflexion der eigenen Privilegien. Wir müssen uns stets fragen, wann unsere Privilegien es uns erlauben, etwas für andere zu tun und wann wir erstmal nur zuhören sollten.
Auch die Reflexion der eigenen Grenzen ist wichtig, da wir selbst nur einen Safer Space für Personengruppen schaffen können, deren Lebensrealitäten wir nachempfinden und damit verbunden auch die Herausforderungen dieser Person gut genug kennen. Was that a bit better?
Yeah, it was great, yeah.
Was und wer gehört zum Safer Space?
Wer und was nicht?
Intersektionalität bezeichnet die Verzahnung von Kategorien des Ausschlusses, der Hierarchisierung und der Ungleichbehandlung wie etwa Race, Rassifizierung, Geschlecht, Klasse, sozialer Status, Religion, sexuelle Orientierung oder Identität und Behinderung. Intersektionale Dimensionen bilden die Lebensrealität aller BIPOC-Frauen, Trans, Inter-, Non-Binary und Queers.
Als Konzept unterstützt Intersektionalität, Diskriminierungen, Marginalisierungen und gesellschaftliche Dominanzstrukturen in ihrer Komplexität zu betrachten und bietet uns ein Tool, diese zu analysieren. Hierzu gehört auch Marginalisierung innerhalb von Marginalisierungen zu erkennen. Daher bedeutet, mit einem intersektionalen Ansatz zu arbeiten, auch immer community-übergreifend zu agieren und setzt eine solidarische Grundhaltung voraus.
Looking forward to it. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. What are safer spaces for you?
Safer spaces for me are an environment or let's say a community where I can communicate my experience and where this wouldn't be minimized or say questioned or doubted, because this is something that I experienced so far also with friends or people that I trusted, and safer space are just an environment where I can just feel accepted, I guess, all in all.
A safer space for me is a space where I can express myself and express what my identity is without feeling like the other.
So according to me, a safe space is a place where I feel good, where I can be myself, where the people surrounding me and me can be just on the same page, basically. And a space where I can be myself, where you can be diverse and unique at the same time.
Okay. Safe Spaces sind für mich die Räume, wo ich mich nicht verteidigen muss, wo es genug Bewusstsein und Sensibilisierung gibt, wo unterschiedliche Menschen ohne Verurteile und Diskriminierung zusammensitzen können.
Ein Safe Space ist für mich der Ort, wo auf meine Performance geschaut wird und nicht auf mein Aussehen.
Ein safer Space ist ein Ort, wo ich frei sein kann. frei sprechen kann, frei von Angst bin, mich selbst fühle und auch die anderen fühle und verstehe.
I feel like a very important aspect of safer spaces is that it's almost impossible to generate a 100% safe space. Like, this was also an important debate that happened. So we talk about safer spaces. Then another aspect that's very important to consider is that regarding your own identity or your own experiences, like a safer space for you might not be necessarily a safer space for other people, even if they are part of the same community, etc. So it's a dynamic concept, and it's also something that should be always like checked in, like amongst one another. Like, we should always be open to learning and listening to one another. And for me personally, it's important, like, for me to feel safe in a space. I guess it's important that no white people are being centered in the whatever it is. Like, mostly I'm involved in events and educational events or art events. So if I feel like I am a token, like if I'm the only person of color or the only trans person or the only, like, whatever it is, like African descent person, obviously I'm gonna feel like not necessarily comfortable. I feel really lucky to be in Berlin and also included in this discourse, because I get to meet a lot of people and initiatives who really like care and who put in the work. Like, I feel like initiatives like this, even from Bivouac Rising and Start Splitter, but also other organizations that I have partnered up with, I feel like there is an active work being invested right now, and be it like in the club culture. There, like, I don't have many spaces that I would say that I feel safe in, but there are a few, like, you know, organizations, especially by, I don't know, queer refugees or queer immigrants and, you know, female, non-binary identifying people of color, which is, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Corona, also, like, there would be much more happening this year. And but also in, like, giving workshops and organizing empowerment meetings, like people like GLAD or Aquarium, Anzut Blog, or I don't know, I can think my own initiative like Empower, the people from DICE, like the Queerberg Soli Party. Silver Future is also like a place where it's a physical space where if it wasn't for Corona, like, you know, and before and after that, it's a place where I'm often and I feel safe and that my narrative is not marginal.
Before I publish anything, I will send the video link to everybody so everybody can
like for digital safer spaces, it's like physical safer spaces have the same questions, like how to make it safe or secure, how to make it accessible. Like, these are always questions which come up, and it's like it is difficult to have like a standard formula for every safe or safer space. I think every group needs to take into account what they want to achieve and for whom this safer space is supposed to be for. For instance, like if you can't listen, like you're deaf, you might have difficulties using video conferences like Jitsi or Skype and Zoom. It's like in real life, it's good to have like smaller groups which are more easy to control and easy to moderate and set up rules and like find people who have like or who agree to the same set of rules. Like, to me, my home is a safe space, and it's not only a safer space, it's a safe space. So at the moment it is a safe space. Like it is, I'm not sure whether it's gonna be like that forever, but at the moment it's a safe space where I like to be at, or being outside in nature, like in physical and also in virtual spaces. There's always, it's difficult. It's really hard to navigate, even for me as a tech-savvy person, or like for me as a tech-savvy person, it's easier to navigate digital spaces, but in real world sometimes it's harder to me. But nevertheless, like I don't know of spaces where I really feel home, except at home. And especially during Corona time, it's like home is like a sacred place for me. And I hope it's for a lot of other people as well. I know during Corona things are getting rougher, and it's definitely not for everybody a safe space to have at home. But yeah, I know I'm very privileged to have that, at least. Yeah.
Sicherer Raum fördert unseren Widerstand gegen Sexismus,
Racism, Classism,
Transgender-Unterdrückung,
Pädagogismus,
religiöse Unterdrückung,
Ableismus, Ageismus,
Staatsbürgerschaft, Privileg.
Wie auch immer Sie es umsetzen, ein sicherer Ort sollte ein Ort sein, an dem Menschen praktischen Widerstand gegen politische und soziale Repression finden können.